VR is something that's really great, but it's not cheap. If you want it on your phone, it's alright, but not too good. And if you want it on your PC, it's awesome, but it's really, really expensive. So what if you could put both together? Well, that's where I have good news for you, because using a piece of software called RiftCat, you can actually put together your VR headset that is your phone over the computing power of your PC. It's as simple as going to riftcat.com/vridge and then downloading the program, installing it on your PC and logging in with your Google account or creating an account on their own website, downloading the VRidge app onto your phone and logging in here, and then you're good to go. In fact, it's as simple at this point as opening up Steam and going into a VR game. If we open up Steam, go into a VR game such as Keep Talking Nobody Dies, open it in Steam VR mode and hit play, it will actually come up on the phone screen. If you look at the phone, this is actually the VR view right now. If I grab a controller and hit A, you'll be able to see the screen. Pressing A actually starts the game. This needs some height adjustment, but other than that, it's actually working perfectly fine. You can see if we set up the VR room setup, we can set it to standing only, hit next, calibrate center so that we get everything set up, hit next again, set our height, hit next a bunch more times, and we're good to go. What's cool is that although VRidge isn't free, the trial version of it, which is time limited but lets you access all the features, works just as well. I mean, sure, this isn't quite the same as using a HTC VIVE and it's not perfect, but if you're playing something casually and you just want to give it a go and see what it's like, this is actually not too bad. If you hit the recommended specifications, it's actually quite tolerable. You could actually play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, unless you don't want to explode, which is fair enough. And there are two modes. You can either do this over Wi-Fi, as I am currently, or you can actually plug in a USB cable into the device and then into your computer, and it'll do it straight over USB. The full version only costs €15, which is actually a pretty reasonable price if you're intending on using this full time, and if you are, then it's significantly cheaper than buying a HTC Vive anyway. It is worth noting that not all games are supported, and for games you're using, you'll want something that doesn't require the motion controllers, so Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a perfect example of this, or something like Project Cars, which also requires a controller, so you just kind of look around with this on, as opposed to needing to like run around a room, but it is definitely cool. I mean, it's not cool. Anyone seeing you with this would probably laugh at you, but it's cool as the user as opposed to cool for your social life. Now, it is worth noting that it isn't perfect, as mentioned. There are occasionally artifacts if you use it over Wi-Fi, and the Steam VR application gets a bit confused as to what exactly you're using, but it works nonetheless. Apart from when it crashes, like it literally just did.
Perfect timing.
I've not had this crash yet. That's the first time this has happened. If we take a look at this, it's a socket exception. It's probably gotten confused because I disconnected my phone, and then if I like turn the app back on, it will probably spark back into life. But yeah. Is it perfect? Of course not. But if you have a computer that's already capable of running VR games, and a phone that's powerful enough for you to use the viewer, and you have a viewer, then you might as well give it a go. You have nothing to lose. If nothing else, it's a free experiment, and you can see what you're missing out on in VR, and if you really like it, you can pick up a HTC Vive, and if not, then you haven't really missed out on anything. The link to VRidge is in the description below, so make sure you go check that out. And if you like the video, make sure to click like. If you didn't, I'm not quite sure what you're doing here. However, there is some good news. You can click here to see the previous video, here to see a video that YouTube thinks you'll really, really love, and then here to subscribe. Do that because you might like a future video, and I'll see you guys next time.